Hello, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who have joined me before and those of you new, thank you for joining me and welcome. Today I'm going to be talking with you all about something that I created for my paperclip flags. I have a video that I will link down below where I actually created these. My inspiration for these was a young woman. I think it's Planning with Ellie. She makes the cutest little paper clips with bows and stuff. And so I made these paper clips with some sticker pages that I had and that were very old. I think they were and some old Anna Griffin stickers. And so I made all of these, and I was thinking once I made them, like, oh my God, where am I gonna store all of these? Because they were just everywhere. And so this is the storage for my paper clips, and I didn't want to put them back in here because I had them kind of in here, and what ended up happening was they started coming apart because they were kind of all jumbled up, and I had them. And so I wanted to store these in a place so that they wouldn't get damaged while they're waiting to be used. And so I made, let's put those away. I made this out of some cardstock to hold my paper clips, and I'm pretty pleased with it. And so if you're interested in knowing how I made this, stay tuned. So all you're gonna need is some cardstock, and depending on the size that you want, this was just a scrap, and so that's why it is this size. But for you all, I'm actually gonna create one that fits a little better in my Happy Planner. And I know that my Happy Planner measures 7 1/4 by 9 1/4. I don't care that it is as wide as 7 1/4, but I would like it to be the full length, which is 9 1/4. And so I have this scrapbook paper that I'm gonna use, and it's 12 by 12, and so I know that if I fold it and cut it, it's gonna be 6 inches. And so I kind of like that it'll be not as wide as my planner. And so oh, and you'll also need your paper trimmer or a pair of scissors. And so to start, I'm gonna fold it in half. You're gonna need 2 sides. Now, if you'll notice, this is folded and secured with glue just on the edge. So that when you make your slits, your paper clip can be concealed on the inside. And so this is the width that I'm gonna have, and it's 6 inches. And so now I'm gonna cut this down to to 9 1/4. Maybe a little bit shorter. And so this will be the complete size of my paper clip holder. And so where I'm gonna, I don't know what I want to call this. It's like paper clip storage. But also what I know is that the punch for the Happy Planner is about 1/8 of an inch. I'm sorry, 1/4 of an inch. So when you measure, it's actually about 3/8. Yeah, it's 3/8 of an inch. So this top sheet needs to be cut back because I didn't like having to cut through both and having it pasted. I just didn't like that. So I want this to be a little bit offset, and then I'm just gonna punch one layer. And so instead of having to refold this, I'm just gonna cut a little bit off. So I need to cut just slightly above 1/8 of an inch. So I'm sorry, 3/8. So that's 3/8. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut at a 1/2 inch. Cut a 1/2 inch off. All right. So when you cut a 1/2 inch off of one side, this is what you get. And then when we punch, it'll be nice. So to get the slits, all I did was I took my ruler, and I decided this side has 1, 2, 3, 4. This side has 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you can have random, because you got to think about, you can't just kind of randomly, because when your paper clip goes down, you want your entire embellishment to be on the storage and not sticking up off the storage, especially with this size. With this size, I probably could have gotten away with that because it wouldn't have protruded out of the top of my planner. But with this size, since it is the actual length of my planner, I have to be a little more careful with that. So I know that when you put your paper clip on, I'm gonna need about that much. So I'm gonna actually start, I'm gonna make a dot, and it's not a lot of measuring there, guys. And I make a dot at the bottom of the paper clip because that means that's where the next one can go. And then, so if that makes sense. So that's where the next one can go. And then I can make my next slit here. And I'm using the biggest paper clip that I have, Embellished. These don't matter because they can kind of go on top of each other. But these, if they bump around too much, they get damaged. So I need to go down one more. And slit. Okay, I can make a slit here. Okay, I can make a slit here. I'm sorry, I had to redo these. And I can make a slit here. I cannot make another slit. I got a little bit off, so let me make another color. And guys, it's no real science to this. I mean, not at all. And so, and then I took my craft knife, and I'm just gonna cut through this. And remember, guys, you don't want to go to the end because you don't want it to be, it needs to be secure. So you don't want to go all the way to the end. And this is my short end. My shorter side. So I know I can go probably about a quarter. And then I make a slit. And then I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna do the back while I have it up. Now you have to be careful because remember, and I may have got, you have your hole punching here. So I have to be careful not to go too far. I may have gone too far on that slit. So, and then you go here, make your slit, not all the way, and then you go here, make your other slit, and you stop. Because remember, that's the side that we're hole punching for a punch. And for the last one, and I suppose that wouldn't even matter that that's a little bit crooked, because I'm rushing. Now, all I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go along this edge. And I'm just going to stick that down, right? And then I'm gonna go in here, put it in, hole punch it, and it's ready. And so I'm gonna go in here and start storing my paper clips. Oh, this one looks like it's not staying. Yeah, so I can imagine that you could make your slits vertical or horizontal, but for me, I don't have a lot of storage space. I don't have my craft room is my office also, so I have to be sure that I can put stuff away. And so this is my storage for my embellished paper clips. So let's just go to the beginning of this planner and let's put her in. And so there you have it. Super cute. And I did it on a budget. So just to recap, what you need is cardstock, a ruler, your craft knife, a pen, and your embellished paper clips, and a glue stick. And so you too can store your paper clips. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up below. Please consider subscribing to my channel. If you'd like to see more, maybe you could consider hitting the notification bell so that you can be notified when I upload new videos. And I will link Ellie's Planning with Ellie. I will link her. I will put the link to her page in the description box below. And if you have recommendations on how we can make this better, please put your recommendations in the description box below. And or if you want to do a collab on something, my contact information is below. So see you soon. Thanks again for watching.